guys, it's Kimberlee and welcome back to my channel. I make videos on all things lifestyle on a budget, and here is a 1-year update using this kneeling chair. I didn't know how many people would be interested in a kneeling chair, but I think somewhere along the end of the year with people still working from home, even until now, I've gotten a lot of comments about using the chair, about my desk height, all that kind of stuff. So I want to just give an update now that it has been 1 year, which wow, that's just so crazy to think about. But yes, first of all, I do still have the chair. It is right here. In case you happen to not know, I got this on Amazon. I just kind of stumbled across this style of chair and I wanted to try it out. Since this came unassembled, I did have to put it all together myself, and I had to, do the little screws pretty much all over here. It did get wobbly over time, and I finally was like, let me just bring out that little screw that it comes with. And I went around and just tightened all of the screws a little bit again, and I realized like I was like maybe one screw away from it just like falling apart, and now the chair is definitely much more sturdier. So I would say that there is longevity with it. You just need to make sure that once it starts to feel wobbly, just double check that all of the screws are tight. In terms of the cushions and all of that, everything is still pretty good. I do pretty much sit on this every single day, but there is a big change. That's why I wanted to give you guys an honest update. So here's pretty much how I sit in my chair now. I sit in it like a normal chair, or rather a stool basically, and I can still do the rocking back and forth, but I don't actually put my knees into here and I don't kneel anymore. Like I mentioned in that original video, I wasn't going to be sitting in this chair for like 8-hour days, working from home in that sense. So I'm really only here maybe like a max of like 30 minutes or something like that, maybe an hour if I'm really like, going crazy or whatever. But there are other places that are more comfortable in my apartment to sit, which is like my couch. Who doesn't want to lay on a couch, or who doesn't want to sit in bed if they, can? So I actually do this instead because it is just much quicker to just sit down and go. I know that sounds like, what is the point of the kneeling chair? But I still do get good posture out of it, as you can see right now. And the only reason was just, again, for speed and efficiency. I mean, I'm not in a rush, but aren't we all in a rush if we live in New York? It's just easy to just sit like this and get the things done that I need to get done, versus taking the time to like put my legs in and all that kind of stuff. Again, I recognize that this is a kneeling chair and that was literally the whole point of it versus a regular chair, but I actually like this so much better. I still can rock. I'll usually maybe prop one foot up or the other one, and I think what this tells me is that I probably would have been better off with just like a stool. So rather than having a computer chair, I do not want a computer chair. It's just, you see, this is a small or simple area. I want something that just kind of like blends in seamlessly and something that I can move around easily, because as you guys know, I do some auditions in here and I've got to move my apartment around easily. A computer chair is kind of big and clunky, and to put it up and roll it around somewhere, it's just going to take up space, I feel like, much more so than this. I mean, if you could see my arms right now, like, this is not big. A computer chair, I feel like sometimes just does kind of take up the whole space. Also, maybe because I'm an active person or a dancer, like if I'm reading something kind of long, like I'm sitting back like this, I'm moving around. I will even go all the way back and like stretch out. And believe me, it does feel good, because after a while I was sitting, the whole point of the kneeling thing was to, alleviate that pressure and that tension that comes from in this area, and then also, with your back and stuff like that. So taking a moment to just kind of stretch it out or go all the way back actually is really comfortable, and something that you can't do in a chair. I don't know, maybe I'm just still a child at heart, but this is actually really comfortable. So I am not using this chair as it is intended, but I feel like I got some different uses out of it, and I do like this so much better. There's just more of a casual vibe. In addition to that, I know I got a lot of comments on my desk and how my desk and the height and all that was just like really bad because it's lower. I did not change my desk in under a year. It's crowded over here, as you can see, but I love that I have this little underspace for my printer and all of that. So this little fold-away desk really did last me. That's another Amazon thing. I don't know if it's still on there because now it's about 2+ years old now, but I never did change that. Eventually, at some point, maybe I will get a bigger desk, but right now this is still just so convenient that I just don't feel like changing it, and it just fits nicely in this little nook. Oh, another thing I noticed in one of the Amazon reviews is that someone was saying that this this color like dyed their pants and all that. I have never ever noticed that whatsoever with this chair, and again the last year that I have had it. In terms of pricing though, I have looked this up again and they like doubled, tripled the price. So I haven't seen a $50 one like ever again. Most of them kind of start off in the $130 and go up. That's unfortunate. It's probably just because it's popular. If you are looking for simple posture changes, if you like a little rocking, if you kind of just want something that's a little bit fun that you can use, I mean, in the element of this for $50, this really is awesome. The only thing I do wish is that I had a different color here because this is not really matching. It's fine. It's not a big deal. That is my major update for the chair itself. So I just wanted to show real quick what the height difference looked like compared to a chair that, you know, you sit at a table with. So it's really not that much of a difference at all. This sits a little bit higher cushion wise. The seat isn't low. I know maybe when you don't see it next to a chair, you might think the seat is like super low, but it actually isn't at all. Also, I just wanted to show how light it is. So when I say that I want something I can easily move around, when I've got to shuffle things around for a self-tape, like this is pretty easy to move. I like that I can just kind of tuck it away somewhere or just put it on the rug right over there, or just even, you know, beside my bed, so that I can, you know, do my self-tapes, which is generally in this area. So now into my little Amazon haul. I'm actually pretty impressed that a lot of these things are from Amazon and they have held up a year. So I figured I would take a chance on cutlery or silverware. I hope it's good quality. I read some reviews, they seemed okay. If you by chance know, is there a way to refresh your gold silverware, if that makes sense? I know with some other things that are like rusted or whatever, you can use some shine stuff to kind of like bring it back to life. I don't know if that's the case with gold, but if you know about that or you know how to refresh your silverware, comment that down below. Let me show you guys what it looks like so you can either say like, yes, this is possible, or no, this is not. Here's the silverware example. I love this color so much. Here is, let's see, you can see that it's kind of like silver. This is clean, by the way. You can just see that there's kind of some silver going on, and that's just basically the color wearing away. If it's not silver, do you still call it silverware or do you just call it cutlery? I already know it's a darker gold, but it'll still match my plate. Basically, the goal was to match my plate, and it pretty much does. This is actually what you get. So this is definitely was a smaller spoon. This is a smaller fork, and now I'm actually even more so really excited to try these out because this just looks like really good quality. I mean, it's pretty basic. It's much lighter than the one I previously had. These were like fancy schmancy, so that's why they're a little weighted. But guess what? All of that weightedness meant it always fell out the bowl or always fell off my plate, and that drove me insane because I was like, am I just clumsy? But it's like, no, I'm not. It's just that this is heavier. In comparison, as you can see, it's definitely much thinner, but I'm okay with that. I'm glad it matches my plates, and again, it's just really affordable. I think it was only like 20 something dollars. So I'm really excited to try that out, and I'll update you guys in the comments if it sucks, basically. I have high hopes for this. Hopefully it turns out to be good like some of the other things that I've gotten from Amazon. I feel like majority of this department is half Amazon, so the fact that you can fully furnish your place with Amazon products that are at like a good affordable price is awesome. The only major flop that I have is that lamp back there, because when I got it, there was like a bit of an issue with screwing it, and it doesn't screw in all the way, and you can't tell from here, but it's on an angle. That's been driving me nuts lately, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna have to buy the exact same one. But I am kind of worried that it'll happen again. The amount of times that I've wound it up screwing, now the plug inside is wound up, and so now it like unravels back. It's kind of been my theme for most of the stuff in here, is that if I've lasted a year, then I'm like, I could last another one. Like, it's okay, it's fine. But that's pretty much my update. Kneeling chair, still loving it, just using it a different way. And then this cutlery, we're hoping for the best, and I'll definitely comment down below or give you guys some sort of update if anything goes crazy. And you comment down below if there's a way to save your gold cutlery or kind of replenish the color. I don't even know if that's possible, but maybe it is. Comment that down below if you know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.